Alright, just got to the park. Gonna get my net here set up. Basket. Got my discs in here. Gonna go out to this field. You can see it's pretty big. Holds a few soccer fields when it needs to. And I'm the only one here, so I got plenty of space. I will see you once I'm all set up. Just measured 325 feet. I'm gonna be thrown from right over there roundabout, so that's where I got my basket set up, so I'm gonna set the camera down, go back there. I will grab that and walk it back out, so I will see ya when I get back. Alright, got the basket set up at 325 feet. That is the goal today. Pretty sure I made 300 feet. I was guesstimating. Somebody suggested I download one of these apps. So when I walked out here, kind of high point was like 330. I don't think my connection's the greatest, so the GPS wasn't looking that great, but it was like 334, ranging between there and like 318. So I'm guessing this is pretty darn close, 325. It's more than 300. Pretty confident about that. So, gonna walk all the way back where you saw me go before. Got 12 discs with me today. Let's see, I got my Nova. I got 3 AVRs. I got 2 Shark mid-range discs. I got 2 Leopards. Got my Star Destroyer, my Champion Wraith, Champion Ape, and I think I'm forgetting one. But that's what I'm going to be throwing today. And hopefully I hit my goal of 325. If not, just back to the drawing board. What I've been doing in these videos during the week, since I have a full-time job, so I don't do YouTube videos full-time. But I've been just kind of practicing in my living room, doing little drills. Overthrow disc golf has been super helpful with tips as far as drills, that sort of thing. But yeah, so I've been doing that in the living room, and went from starting around 220-ish to the other day I crossed the fence of 250 at a baseball field and counted out the steps. I was measuring like 290, 300. So I'm saying I got 300 as my max range so far, going for 325 today. So I'm gonna get this camera set up. Got my discs over here in case I forgot one. Oh, you know what? The other one I forgot, it was Champion Turn. That's the other one. So I'm gonna get this camera set up. Gonna start from behind, and just I might leave it back there just because it's all about reaching that basket anyway. So catch you on the flip side. Got everything set up. Gonna start with putters. Gonna go to my mid-range, my fairway drivers, and then I'm gonna do my distance drivers last. This one's just kind of my warm-up. I'm not fully expecting to hit the 325 on this round, but if I do, it's pretty awesome. So next one is a Champion AVR. That was feeling pretty good. Ooh, that brace was bad. Gotta get that brace better. That's one of the main things I really want to work on today is my brake. Alright, moving up to mid-range. Got 2 of these Sharks. By the way, the grip I've been using until I get to my fairway drivers, been doing kind of like a 3-finger power grip-ish. Finger up there. Off to the left there. Maybe I should line up a little more this way. There we go. That one's sailing. Pretty good toss. Alright, now I'm moving up to my leopards. These are kind of light for me, so a lot of times they do flip to the anhyzer. Had some good range, but did not have the accuracy I want. Now we're going up to my distance drivers. So first one, I'm going to throw this ape just because I know it's not going to make it. Super overstable. Even if I throw it at a complete anhyzer, it's going to come back this way. So I'm doing a 4-finger power grip. I'm pretty good with all 3 of these next ones. My turn, I think, is probably my best. This Star Destroyer F2 has been doing me pretty well. Got this turn next. This one is 173 or 175 actually, a pretty heavy one. Last chance for this round is the Wraith. There we go, that's flying. Ooh. That Wraith, that one went pretty close. Not full 325, but let's check out where those landed and go back to the drawing board, I guess, because that was all over the place. All right, just walked it out with the UDisc app. It had I didn't notice when I measured out the basket as the plus or minus. So I had plus or minus 12 feet, and I'm standing at 310 with my disc down here. So this Wraith, my Champion Blizzard Wraith, actually, I thought that was pretty neat plastic with the air bubbles in there. So yeah, it's Champion Wraith, and that is my farthest at 310 plus or minus 12 feet, so maybe 320, maybe not even 300. We don't know. But that's about as good as it's going to get out in this open field for connection and accuracy in the middle of a small town. So we're gonna take it. Yeah, I'm gonna get all these discs picked up, and I think next I'll probably do a slow-mo. While I'm picking these up, I might watch myself throw a little bit, see if I can focus on anything else. But I think the brace is going to be one of my big ones, and then the other one that I was struggling, I got a little sloppy last time near the end, where I was rounding off instead of pulling through. So going to work on that. Working on multiple things at once is never really the recommended way, but that's how I do it. So see when I get all this picked up. All right, got those picked up. I actually threw, as I was downloading the UDisc app, and the connection sucks out here, so I was downloading the UDisc app and I did a full set. So that was 24, 12 out, 12 back. I got one more set in, so that's 48. We're throwing a lot of discs tonight, folks. But I don't know if you could see, I did have a few that did go awry, but by the last few, once I got up to the putters, I was getting pretty close. So I'll probably shoot a quick clip of the grouping up near my bag once I get up there. But I'm just gonna go grab those ones that went who knows where, and we'll get back to it. All discs are present and accounted for. I think I'm just gonna do one more round. Pretty hot out here, actually. Forgot my water by the truck. I almost died walking back to it. Not really, but so yeah, I'm gonna get one more set in. So I mean that'll put me at 72 throws for the afternoon, which should get my shoulder hurting pretty good at my ripe old age. So gonna get to it. See if I can hit that 325 yet tonight. And I'm doing the run up again. I'm just gonna fake it till I make it, I guess, on that one. So I will see you on the flip side then. I've watched through these slow-mos a few times now, and I've noticed a few things that I think I can really improve upon, and I've also had one or two epiphanies about what I could do better. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is my footwork. So the general walk up is pretty good. One thing I want to incorporate is one additional step before I step with my left foot just to get a little momentum going. I also want to try to get more on my toes. A few of my better throws, I was on my toes pretty well. Think the little duck hop or chicken hop, whatever you want to call it, would be a little more efficient than my gradual step, but I'm just trying to go slow. The last thing I want to point out is at the very end of my walk up, where I would be bracing, you'll notice my rear foot is pointed almost, I'd say 125 or so from the target, whereas my front foot is uh, kind of the opposite. I'm a little bit duck footed at the end when I throw. So getting my foot to line up so that my hips are lined up properly is going to be big. But I think the reason I'm not just naturally doing that is because until I watched a video this morning, it was again uh, overthrow disc golf that I was watching, and he was talking about the power pocket. And if you really watch, you might be able to tell, but I try to power through using my arm. And I know the hips and the whole body come into play, but I didn't realize quite until recently that your arm's almost limp and you're throwing your arm through that power pocket almost, for lack of a better term. But watch the Twirly Bird video on overthrow disc golf. It'll make a little more sense that way. The other big thing, obviously, I'm sure a lot of you have been screaming this the whole time, but I'm throwing nose up. So part of it is right here. I'm reaching down, then I bring it up, and I'm just on that upward trajectory the whole time. So I'm going to work on holding the disc more in place, more at level with where I would release it. I'm going to work on getting the extension at that level instead of trying to figure that out on the fly. I think that's going to help me throw a lot flatter, which will definitely get me more distance and hopefully having a better understanding of how to throw my arm, I'd say. Um, I think that could potentially add a significant amount of distance onto my drives. Um, One thing I've been thinking about too, I do want to start doing some putting videos. Drives are just a little bit more exciting, and I really had a lot to learn there. My putts are okay. I got the general form down, but it's kind of like I'm always really close, but I never make it. So definitely somewhere I could see some big improvement. Um, so this is a couple days after going out and throwing that I'm reviewing this video. So I have watched it a few times. I've done the twirly bird exercise again in my living room. A lot of this stuff you don't have to go to the park for. You don't have to go out and actually throw a disc. You don't even have to have a disc in your hand. A lot of it is just getting your body to remember the motions before you go out there. And I mean, I'm not perfect, obviously. I mean, I've just broke 325. There's people that, their average is 400 plus 500 feet if they really want to do it every time. So I'm just an amateur. Started just around 200, and I've worked my way up to 325. Mostly just practicing in my living room. I go out and I shoot a video maybe once or twice a week. I throw, usually between 50 and 70 times in, throughout that exercise. So that does get me some good practice, but I'm really just putting into play what I've learned throughout the week. What going out there really does for me is I'm able to film like this and watch it over and over and kind of find those things that I consistently do wrong. There's some things that I do right here and there, and I just got to make sure that I do them right every time. But there's other things that you can point out that I'm just doing wrong consistently. And that's going to be, I think, my biggest areas for improvement. So filming yourself, essential. My tripod that I'm using now, in my first videos, I didn't have a tripod. It's a cheap $10 tripod, got from Walmart. 36 inches is plenty of height for what we're doing here. Nice and steady. The For the camera, I just use my phone. For the mic right now, I'm also just using my phone, although I have used shotgun mics in the past for shooting videos on cell phones. So we're coming up to the end of this slow-mo. If you watched all the way through and found it interesting and helpful, again, I do appreciate you guys watching. Enjoy the rest of the video and have a great rest of your day. Just finished throwing out that first set, or last set. Again, the Wraith was the star of the show, pretty darn close to the basket, but the other ones weren't much to contend with. I really got to work on my, my consistency, but I think I got that Wraith pretty consistent, so that's good. So I'm gonna get all these picked up, and oh, you know what? I gotta go back to where I threw from, because I gotta measure that Wraith. So I will do that. All right, so plus or minus 13 feet, and I'm sitting at 324. I'm gonna call it mission accomplished again. I mean, this isn't an exact science, and I don't know, I think getting that close is a pretty good accomplishment. It's been 2 weeks since I started this process, and I have added over 100 feet to my max drive. So I'm pretty proud of that. Oh yeah, I should probably show you the disc there. That's the basket I was aiming at, so I wasn't far off from the basket. And again, the basket, it was ranging anywhere from like 334, I think I said in the beginning, to like 319. So I mean, this is looking pretty darn close. So thanks again for watching. If you're enjoying the content I'm putting out, just keeping up with me and Ashton, and disc golfing, and some of just life in general, I do appreciate you watching. So please share if you get to this point. If you like the video, I do appreciate that. It does help it come up in other videos. I've had a couple videos so far be mentioned as a next video to watch, so that's really cool to see. But yeah, if you can share, like, subscribe, and if you want to get notifications, I plan to be doing this pretty regularly, so might not be a bad idea. Well, again, thanks for watching, and peace out, y'all. Well, it's a good thing I decided that was my last set of throws, because as you can see, these soccer players are getting ready to do their thing. So thanks again for watching. Share, like, and subscribe, and have a wonderful rest of your week. Peace out.